At Marilyn, how does Jon Hamm look so handsome in Mad Men, yet so disgusting in Bridesmaids? First of all, how dare you? Second of all, what's up, GQ? I'm Jon Hamm. Today I'm going undercover on the internet. It's actually me. It's me. You may not believe it, but it's actually me. X, formerly known as Twitter. Meg, whose handle is Betty Draper, but with a 4 for the A in Draper. Get it? What's the best episode of Mad Men besides the suitcase? You can't say the suitcase or I'll kill you. I don't know who they're asking. If they're asking me, the best episode of it is the pilot. Pretty damn good way to start a show. And Betty Draper has a bit of a reveal in the pilot, I think. It's pretty awesome. Next, immensely powerful unused quote-unquote corn boy entity at weed_rat. Okay, so my big question about the new season of Fargo is why did they give Jon Hamm's character nipple rings? What do you got against nipple rings, man? Your handle is weed rat. People have inner lives. Replied at Ashley P923. So who knew that Jon Hamm taught Ellie Kemper in high school? Thanks, NPR. Well, I knew it. Ellie knew it. Ellie's sister Carrie knew it. Taught her too. Ellie's parents knew it. Public record, guys. Private high school, public record. At Berelace Michelle, why is Jon Hamm doing lemonade commercials? Because Jon Hamm likes money. And lemonade. Two things can be true. Back to X. At Marilyn, how does Jon Hamm look so handsome in Mad Men, yet so disgusting in Bridesmaids? First of all, how dare you? Second of all, two things can be true. Replied, Reddit. What on earth was this subplot, and why did they hire Jon Hamm for it? This is from the Invincible subreddit. I was rewatching season 1 and just realized there is a minor role for a guard, Jon Hamm, that works in the White House. I can probably understand the theme of parenting because of Nolan, but I thought it was gonna go somewhere, LOL. It didn't go anywhere. It was just a fun little Easter egg. See? Sometimes we can just have fun with it. Robert Kirkland called me up and said, would you ever consider doing this? It might be a fun misdirect. And I said, yes, I would like to do that. Next, Jon Hamm and Adam Scott on the subreddit television. Jon Hamm and Adam Scott recreate Simon & Simon intro. Rapid Checkout asks, did they recreate it for a reason or just for fun? What do you think? Maybe fun is the reason. Okay, now we're in the Curb subreddit. Jon Hamm taking notes on Susie and Cheryl going off on Larry is one of the best moments in the show.
Again, real quick, are we talking about The Crown now?
Yeah.
How good is that show?
I agree. Did Jon Hamm improv this moment? Yes. It's all improv. Posted. Okay, now we're in the Live from New York subreddit, one that's near and dear to my heart. A photograph of myself, Michael Bublé, and a glazed ham. Who is responsible for writing the joy that is Hamm and Bublé? Any pun-related sketches?
Look no further than Ham and Bubbly.
You can thank Seth Meyers. Michael Bublé said he wanted to be part of the show. Careful what you wish for, buddy. Next, subreddit Mad Men. Jon Hamm was good, a little too good actually, at playing narcissistic crazy men. Why is that? We all have skills. I have a specific set of skills. It's like Liam Neeson. Posted. Subreddit Jon Hamm, Job Hamm, secret Instagram. Has anyone found it? Job Hamm? J-O-B. Spell my name right if you're gonna ask a favor. Okay, YouTube. Oh, this will always be good. I can only imagine them pitching this to Jon Hamm. I can imagine them doing it too because they did. Andy Samberg and Akiva Schaffer and Norma Taccone were in their office and they had showed me a clip from The Lost Boys of Tim playing saxophone shirtless. And they said, what if this guy, but also he was like the Kool-Aid man and he just broke through walls. And I was like, that's really funny. You'll never make that. Cut to 3 days later, I was breaking through walls shirtless with a long ponytail playing the saxophone. good pitch. Replied, now on to Quora. It starts with QU, so I'm assuming it's questions. What Marvel or DC character could Jon Hamm play? I could play all of them, honestly. We're in a time where casting is wide open. Why not me for everybody? And, you know, AI, I could be a Skrull. Is that a thing? Yeah, anything. Posted. More Quora. What does Jon Hamm think is the GOAT of St. Louis sports? Greatest of all time, St. Louis sports? Hard to say, but I'm guessing Stan Musial, classic Cardinal, whole career as a Cardinal, amazing. Brett Hull, another example from the St. Louis Blues. Kelly Chase, great community guy. Jim Hart, classic St. Louis football Cardinal quarterback. Ozzie Smith, come on, the list goes on and on. Lou Brock. Worst situation in St. Louis sports, he didn't play for the St. Louis Cardinals, and may he rest in peace, but Don Denkinger, who called play at first base in the 1985 World Series incorrectly. Still a little bit hung up on that. That's okay. Replied, even more Quora. How many cigarettes does Jon Hamm smoke on an average Mad Men shoot? Well, they're fake cigarettes, thank goodness, but they weren't like CGI'd or anything, so that was actually really people inhaling smoke and carcinogens, even though it wasn't tar or nicotine, fortunately. Somebody did a deep dive in the pilot of Mad Men and said that I smoked something like 174 cigarettes in that pilot. We did 92 episodes, so do the math. A lot is the answer. Yeah, don't smoke, kids. Okay, Wikipedia. His first acting role was as Winnie-the-Pooh in first grade. That is correct. I was chosen out of my entire first grade class because I was the loudest. He continued working as a waiter sometime after first grade and briefly worked as a set designer for a softcore pornography movie. Not a set designer, set decorator, wildly different things. There's a hyperlink there, so I'm assuming if you click on that, it'll take you to set designer. Ask anybody. Art department, still. It wasn't a hard job at all. Paid $100 a day, and it was soul crushing. Next. Hamm says that he used memories of his father to portray Draper, a well-dressed, influential man of business in society hiding great inner turmoil. Sure, my dad had a lot of suits. Instagram. It'd be a good time for me to tell you I pitched a new app where people can get graham crackers delivered to their homes. It's called Instant Graham. 30 Rock. Liz Lemon really knows how to pick 'em. Is Jon Hamm still in the bubble? No. Never was. Character, that was Dr. Drew. Feel dumb now? Because you should. Okay, that's it. I'm signing off of the internet forever.